Hello and welcome to my twin flame journey. I am Shine and this is the daily drama for Friday, September 22nd, I think it is. I have here what the masculine is thinking, how he should be thinking, how he feels, how he should feel, what might be currently blocking him. I don't know if my thing's on the way here. How he can get past those blocks and what advice the universe has for him. Same as for the feminine. Here we have what is currently disconnecting them, what connects them, what is needed in order to bring this union together. And we have advice down here. And I might also pull a Rumi card to go along with the kitty card. I like to change it up a little bit so it's not like, since I'm doing this every day, we ask the same things, although it's kind of the same, but I try to use different cards or kind of make it a little bit different for me and for you. But let us start here with the masculine is thinking. We have deception, heartbreak, brown-haired woman. I was like, well, that's sure setting the tone for so what a difference from yesterday. There was like, good news, like he was happy. But I think what's on his mind now is not only what happened over here, the heartache that his deceptions caused on this front. If he's having to get out of a situation, because there's also been deception in his current situation, it's basically by him taking off that mask, he's showing his face to two people. One of them is the feminine, one of them is the other person that they're possibly with. Or this could just be relating to this situation. But since we had all of this going on all week on this side, I think it's safe to say that the majority of masculines are involved in another relationship. Possibly one that they jumped right into after this one here because there was codependent issues, because you had the codependency card come out here. And lots of deception things, lots of needing to be honest and in revealing how people feel. Like he keeps getting these messages because this is what he's having to deal with. He's having to show his face. And like I said before, sometimes people would rather sit in the same old to save face, or to stay in what they've always known because it's comfortable, or fear of the unknown. Well, if I leave this situation, what if this one doesn't take me back? Because there's been no conversations here. So he's just sitting in his thoughts, thinking, and all the while, days go by, weeks go by, months go by, because, I started this channel maybe about a month ago, but I've been watching readings for a while, and he's been ruminating in his thoughts for a long time. And even though the universe keeps encouraging him, again, I always say, it's always up to the people. That's why if week after week you think there's going to be progress and you still don't see nothing, it's because, again, the people can't get out of their own stuff. It's that wounding that they need to heal. It's the taking off the mask, showing who they really are, and people don't like to do that. People like to hide who they are most of the time because of fear of being judged or not liked or whatever it is, especially if they reveal that they've been deceptive or lying or something like that. So they're trying to keep that mask on because they don't want to deal with the repercussions of what might happen once they take that mask off. Because obviously heartbreak is on the mind because of deception. Because he realizes, well, if I hurt this person that much, I'm going to have to deal with hurting this person too. So he's still like, not wanting to rip that Band-Aid off, even though it needs to be done, even though lying and deceptiveness hurts everyone. It's better to be truthful, clear that karma, free yourself, free the other people from the bondage that lies and deception holds people in, so that you can move forward in your life, so that you can get past this. Sometimes you gotta show your face, but just think how much freer you'll feel when you're not hiding who you are anymore, when you're not hiding truths. You know, healing will happen with time. So if you're leaving a situation, that person will be much better off after their heart is healed and they can find someone else who can truly love them than to be with someone who loves somebody else. And you'll be happier if you can be with who you love instead of staying in something because you don't want to hurt this person or you don't want to show your face. Again, it makes nobody happy. And it keeps things stuck. It keeps things stagnant. And it prevents people from moving on and being with people that they're truly meant to be with, both on this side and this side. And for you. So sometimes, again, you got to take that mask off. They're encouraging you to. It's part of your lesson. It's part of your karma. And if you don't do it, you might have to come back here and repeat the lessons all over again, because that's how it works. This is a pivotal moment. This is a moment of truth. This is a moment where you can change your ways that you might have been your whole life due to childhood wounding, due to whatever it is. That has to go. It's time for you to grow up. It's time for you to level up. It's time for you to get on your path. But it's all up to you. And fear and sitting in thoughts and worrying about hurting other people, well, in the long run, you hurt people more the longer you drag something out. Would you rather stay in something for 10 years? It'll really be awful then. I mean, I don't know how long, people are in different situations, but, the quicker you do it, the better for all involved, including yourself. Because how they're wanting you to think is they're wanting you to have hope in the truth, in being truthful and being honest. There's good news in that for you as far as your soul's growth, as far as, freeing yourself. There's going to be success in a reconciliation here. But you have to speak the truth. You keep getting truth, honesty, deceptiveness. That stuff's got to go. That's no way to live your life, being that kind of a person. And it hurts yourself and it hurts other people. They're wanting you to let that go because you need to. And how you're feeling is you're feeling like you want to. This is a 6 of Spring, which is like the 6 of Swords. This is moving on to karma waters. Wonderful news is on its way. Smart choices that bring rewards, success, and public recognition. No, this is 6 of Spring. This is 6 of Wands. Sorry, not 6 of Swords. 6 of Spring. This is like the victory card. Moving forward. Traveling. So you're feeling like you want victory in this situation. You're wanting to make the right choice to move forward, because you have here too calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Sorry, I messed that up, but because it's not the traditional tarot, and they're using words like spring and summer. It's like you forget which is which is which. It's like spring is supposed to be wands. That's right. But you're feeling like you want to move forward in this situation, but you're thinking about the heartbreak that it's going to cause, either the person that you're with or revealing your deception because you hurt this person over here. But you want to be with them, and they're telling you, good news, success in the truth. If you speak your truth, there'll be a reconciliation. Oh yeah, and how they want you to feel is the world. A brilliant success, the freedom to go in any direction, a journey that is now complete. This is the ending of cycles, old behaviors that no longer serve you. something that this relationship was supposed to teach you about yourself to heal, so that toxic karmic cycles can come to an end, and so that a new one can begin. Do I ever stop stuttering? It must be again because people aren't talking, so that's why I can't get words out. And they're also wanting you to feel the Two of Summer, which is the Two of Cups. Falling in love or making a serious commitment to someone. Forgiveness and the resolution of a problem. Don't give up. Your relationship can be healed. You know, so this is the two soulmates coming together and sharing their cup. And you also have the Dreamer, which is the Fool. Embrace your true purpose. Begin a new adventure and trust yourself. So, you know, you got two major arcanas here, which are things that are life-changing events. This is universe. This is something that can't be changed. This is destined. So this cycle needs to come to an end. However you've been before, they're wanting you to change and take a leap of faith. It can be an opportunity for a new beginning, a new you, a new career path, a new, you know, chance with your feminine here, because you have the Two of Summer. That's like the soulmate card. So this is beautiful, this here. And so is this in regards to how you feel. But you gotta speak up. You gotta do what you gotta do. No matter how scared you feel about revealing yourself, in the end, you're gonna free yourself by doing that. What is currently blocking you? Well, that's you, brown-haired man, dark-haired woman. This is the female foe. The dark cards, there's a dark-haired man in this deck too. It symbolizes, you know, the more negative sides, you know, depression, anger, like these, if this is you. But I think this is more up here. You fear in dealing with the woman in this situation, whether it's your divine partner, revealing your deception and the heartbreak that you caused, or it's doing it to the person that you're with. This is a block. You're afraid to face this because of you taking off your mask. And you got solitude here, which is like internal reflection. Stop, look, and listen. Pay attention. They want you to go within and pay attention. And they want you to communicate. So basically, don't be in fear of whatever it is that you have to do here. Go within, you know, figure out what it is that you need to say, what you need to do. You know, pay attention to those things and communicate. Again, they keep telling you every day, speak up, free yourself. And what can help you get through that block is talent. This is expression, finding a way to express yourself. And you have the Fool. Take a leap of faith. You got the Fool twice here. You know, that's something big. This is like just saying, this is it. This is it, dude. This is your chance to turn it all around, to turn your whole life around, to turn this relationship around. You got the Fool twice. And again, the only thing that's preventing you from getting all these gifts and blessings that the universe is handing to you is you. You are the one who's keeping you stuck. And their advice for you is, healing fear. That's what this is. You're afraid to face, you know, the female foe. You're afraid to face what happens, you know, the heartbreak. If I say how I feel, I'll lose love and respect. You're fearful of taking off that mask and showing who you are. And you think that by doing that, you'll lose the person's love and respect. And I can tell you, you probably will. If the person, you know, finds out that you entered into a situation under false pretenses, or that you don't really care about them or whatever, yeah, people will, you know, be hurt and people will be upset. But honesty is always the best policy, because in the end, it's better to do it now than to wait 5, 10 years. I mean, what are you going to do? Eventually, it's got to happen. But the sooner you do it, the better for all involved, because that way it frees you both up to be with the people that you're meant to be with. I can be happy even if someone disagrees or disapproves of me. You know, people get over it. You know, it'll pass. The hurt will pass. But the hurt will linger if you don't do anything. And what they have here for you is meditation. Meet Chutney. One day, after a particularly deep meditation, he began to radiate and float. He loves to simultaneously be fully present in his body and his spirit by simply closing his eyes and observing his breath. He is able to feel what is truly going on within himself. Each subtle sensation becomes vivid with its own unique texture and energy. His mind, like the wide open sky, and his thoughts are like clouds floating by. He watches them arise and dissipate without judgment. Practice with Chutney and watch your awareness brighten until life itself becomes a moving meditation. You know, again, you had solitude there. Reflect, go within. You know what you need to do. You know what's best for you. You know what things that you need to change about yourself. And the biggest thing revolves around lies and deception. And you wearing a mask in your relationships. You had another card come up before, like, am I doing things that are just, self-serving? Do I use things to manipulate people or situations into my benefit? Like, this has been like the repetitive message here. This is one of your big lessons. And they're encouraging you with the Fool twice to take that moment that you have now to turn it all around. It'll help you with your ascension and shedding karma, and to not continue living a life of lies and deception and hurting people. You know, the power lies within you. And what the feminine is thinking is patience, love, change. So, she's trying to be patient, obviously, in regards to this situation, and hoping things are going to change sooner than later. Because again, time waits for no one. And opportunities don't always last, and they don't always come around again. And you don't want to miss this opportunity, or the opportunity for you to change for the better. Most importantly, let's see, do we need to clarify anything here? Patience. Patience. The same two cards that came down as far as the block of what's blocking her, which was yesterday, which was the masculine over here needing to end a situation, get a divorce. And you got the exact same two cards here. This is the lawyer. It could be signifying divorce, and the married woman. This is what she's trying to have patience with. This is the block. You taking off the mask, facing whatever you got to face. We all have to face the music at some point in regards to our behaviors, our actions. You can't hide from that. You can't hide from the truth. You can't go on pretending that what you do isn't so bad for you or for anyone else. Obviously, it is bad if you're feeling all of this, because you know that it's wrong. You know that you did wrong things. But all is a lesson that God would have us learn. It's all a part of your journey. And the sooner that you let go of those fears and those worries and just do what you know that you're supposed to do, you'll be so much better off in the end. You'll be free. You won't be sitting in this angst. You'll be able to get rid of that energy because I'm sure it's not doing you any good. And you also have what she should be thinking is storm. This is like weathering the storm. Happiness, because happiness is coming. And the Lovers. So they're encouraging you to still kind of hang in there while this gets whatever. But really, again, masculine, it's all on you. It's all on you. You got to take off that mask. And how the feminine is thinking, how she's feeling is 4 of Summer. Being distracted and failing to see a magical opportunity, taking someone or something for granted, discontentment with life. She's feeling probably like, this is usually the guy sitting under the tree with the cup being offered to him, and he's sitting there with his hands folded, like he's not even acknowledging it because he's focusing on the other ones that are sitting down there that aren't making him happy either. It's like he doesn't want to take the offer. He's just kind of sitting there, basically self-sabotaging or not being happy. So she's probably feeling like, she's not feeling so happy because she's feeling like maybe because the masculine isn't offering his cup. And you have here, let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. So maybe, to get out of this funky feeling, she needs to go hang out with some friends or something. Can't, because it's sitting around the waiting. It's making her feel discontent. It's making her feel, it's affecting her emotional state. So they're encouraging, this, she's thinking maybe she needs to go out and have some fun with her friends, or she might need some kind of assistance. Maybe even, this is also like sometimes going to therapy. Maybe you're going to need to go talk to somebody, or you're feeling like you're hoping that he can go get whatever help he needs to get through this situation. Let's see, 4 of Summer. 4 of Summer. Denari, this is like something that's valuable. Something that's of value, that you hold of value. 4 of Summer. Mercante. This is the merchant. This is somebody who's at a distance. So again, the 4 of Cups. It's either you're discontent because your offer isn't being accepted, and you value, this is, the masculine who's at a distance from you, who you're separated from, and you're feeling he's or not acknowledging your value. Again, because there's been no communication here. So people are just left to assume stuff. Yeah, 4 of Cups. Is that what that is? Yeah, 4 of Cups. 4 of Cups. Ah. Yeah, La Grazia. This is transformation or change. Letterato. This is someone who's reflecting on things or discovering things. So you're waiting for this person to discover, the value in this relationship, because you value them. And you're feeling discontent because nothing is moving here. Nothing's happening. And how they want you to feel. And a whole bunch came out over here. I was like, first I asked for 2 because there was 3 here. I says, well, let me see if I can give 3. And then 4 popped out. So I kept all of them. You have the Star, which was about healing and hope. Look to the future with hope and optimism. Power of faith to move mountains. Happy changes that bring relief from challenging times. So they're wanting you to heal yourself and be hopeful. You also have the Emperor. Use logic and structure to increase your success. Get organized, a firm but compassionate leader. Still stand in your power. Take control of your life. What can you do for you in the meantime? And you have balance. This is like the Temperance card. Remain in balance. Keep these emotions in balance, which it's hard because, again, if you've got no communication, you don't know what the hell's going on. So you're up, you're down, you're all over the place. Take everyone's input into consideration. Merge viewpoints to create a better solution. Take your time. There's no need to rush. And then you have the Ace of Spring, which is like the Ace of Wands. It's time to take action. Be fearless and happily pursue your most treasured dreams. Amazing career opportunities. This is the hand holding the wand. This is the universe. Again, do you in the meantime. Take control of your own self. Work on you. Stand in your power. Heal yourself as best as you can. Still remain hopeful. Be in balance with your emotions. Temper everything. And then you had 9 of Spring. Protect the fruits of your labors. Prepare for possible challenges that lie ahead. Environmental conservation. This in the traditional thing is the guy standing there beaten and battered. He's been through the battle. But he's got, the 9 wands behind him, and he's got one in his hand. Like he's got one more. And he's, defensive because he's been hurt. So he's like self-protective. Again, because he's tired. He's been through a lot. But there's one more go in you. There's one more fight. As you'll hopefully be getting the 4 of Spring, which is the 4 of Wands. Be grateful. You have much to celebrate. Deep feelings of peace and happiness. A contented personal life. This is the 4 wands in the traditional tarot is like the home, the family. You got the couple that's standing there underneath. It looks like a wedding tent, with the 4 things. That's stability, that's home life. This is coming if he can get out of his stuff. 6 of Summer, which is the 6 of Cups. Children or childhood, the return of people or romances from your past. Remembering events differently, in a better or worse light than how they really occurred. My version, your version, and the truth. But this is about 6 of Cups. This is about someone from the past. This is about soulmates, the divine masculine, coming back around, building a future together. You got one fight left in you. Remain balanced. Focus on your career. Take control of yourself. Heal yourself. It's hard waiting around for people for change, for people to acknowledge the gift that's being given to them, sitting there looking at other cups, not acknowledging what's right in front of them. But hey, what you gonna do? Down here, what's the block for the feminine is strength. Trying to have the strength to deal with all this crap. These challenges in regards to greed, his stuff, his codependency, whatever it is, like this is what's blocking the feminine, or which is her challenge. Her challenge is having the strength to deal with his codependent relationships. Oh, geez, and how to get past the block or through the challenge. Here he is again, the hidden enemy, and all his damn secrets. New beginnings. So, I guess you just gotta wait for the hidden enemy to reveal his deceptiveness over here, so that you guys can have a new beginning. But again, it's all on him. But in the meantime, don't be sitting around waiting, because some people may never get it together. That's the truth. Some people will stay with their mask on and they won't face themselves. They won't face the music of the actions and the repercussions that might come from them. And instead of letting that all go and healing that and moving forward to bigger and better things, they will stay in that just to save face or just to stay stuck because they don't want to deal with themselves, looking at themselves, healing themselves. And they'd rather just live in a lie. And if that's their choice, twin flame or not, you gotta keep it moving. You still got to do you. You still got to do you. And it's sad to say, but like I said before, time waits for no one. And you can't be sitting around waiting for somebody else to get it together. There's an old Jackson 5 song. It's called Get It Together, Leave It Alone. If you don't want my loving, then I'll be gone. And that's how you got to think. Tell them you better get it together or leave it alone. Oh, you have, hold on, let me do this one first. Healing fear, because, feminine's got some fears too. I have trouble making decisions, so I must find someone strong and competent to help me. Maybe again, this is about you just staying stuck, waiting around for this person. That your life, you can't move forward until this person makes a decision and comes to join you. And you can't be like that. You got to still do you. Sometimes I can discover more of my own intellectual gifts and talents by making a decision alone without someone else's input. That's what I said. Be the emperor. Do you. Because you're a warrior, my love. Meet Minchkin, rough and tumble. He knows his teeth are sharp, and his claws are his prized possession, carefully honed to points. He is a little ninja, but has a heart of love and softness. We can call on Minchkin when we need to stand up for ourselves, set boundaries, or be daring. So whether you're about to climb a giant boulder, or take a leap of faith, or ask to be paid what you're worth, remember little Minchkin and his bravery. Yes, he did whack that big scary dog in the nose, even though he is only a kitten. I said, you're strong, you can be independent, you can do you, with or without another person. There's codependent issues over here as well. Fears of being alone, fears of abandonment. They both share that same thing, which is why you can get into unhealthy, toxic relationships that are built on dependence, not complementary. And that's how it should be. You should complement each other, not be dependent on each other, including most especially this union, because that's part of your karma and what needs to be healed. Now, what is currently keeping you separated is the King of Wands. Him, again, taking off the mask, laying down the burdens, pulling the wool from off of his eyes so he can see here. This is the Ten of Wands, laying down burdens, the burden of wearing a mask, the burden of living a life of lies and deception, of hiding how you really feel. And then you have the Sun, which is like the most best card that you can get in the whole deck. This is like it. If you ever wanted it, this is it. This is abundance, happiness. This is like the ultimate. And it's not realizing what you have here, not embracing that, not going after that, because you're refusing to take down that mask, to lay down those burdens, to open up. So this is, again, what disconnects you. And it's all to do with this side over here. And what connects you is the Hangman. This is needing to see things from a different perspective. Both of you. For you, the feminine, in regards to you can do you with or without this person. And for him, it's to see that doing what you got to do is the best thing that you can do. And stop living in fear of revealing yourself and hanging in limbo over here. You need to both see things from a different perspective. And what is needed to bring this together is forgiveness. I am willing to release old resentments so that I may enjoy my life. And also a miracle. Yeah, the miracle being the masculine making a move. I trust in God to know the perfect solution to the situation. And that might be keeping you guys separated. If one person still isn't ready, hey, you know, you can't let yourself get dragged back down. It's like, meet me up here, or I'll catch you on the flip side. You got here prayer. Instead of worrying, I pray about the situation to bring out real solutions. And also patience. I trust in divine timing. That's why I said, if the two aren't ready, if this person can't get their stuff together, then they haven't grown enough. And it's better to get this person when they fully come into their own, so that they can complement you, than someone who's still stuck in their stuff. Not to say that when you guys come back together, you're not going to still somewhat be stuck in your stuff. But you have to get to at least some kind of level point here. And it hasn't happened yet because nobody's spoken up. So he still hasn't gotten to that point yet where he's willing to say, you know what, I'm going to take off the mask and whatever happens, happens. But I know that in the end, it's for my highest good. I know it's in the highest good, the best interest for all involved, so that everyone can be with who they're meant to be with, and do what they need to do, and people have a chance of happiness as opposed to staying in, you know, situations that aren't bringing them happiness or keeping them in their karma. And what is the advice is solitude. Meet Lily. She sits contently in the center of the sky. Everything is vast, still, and quietly beautiful. The wind might rustle a song out of the leaves, but she is far from human voices and other meows and hisses. Lily contains a sweet, peaceful expanse of solitude. She will return to the world soon, but for now, let's not disturb her. Find your own space to meet yourself. Perhaps it is in the woods, or perhaps it is on a crowded dance floor with your eyes closed. When you are alone, it is easier to hear your own voice, to discern your longings, and rekindle faith in yourself. That's what he had here, solitude. That's what he had on this side. So it's like facing the music, doing whatever you got to do, including facing ourselves. It all starts with the man in the mirror, right? That's what Mike always said, and it's true. Well, I'm like, should I do a roommate? Should I not? Or do I want to read something where I'm like messing up every other word? Let's see. I was going to let that be the last one, but let's see. Maybe people need some more encouragement or something. What advice do you have for the both of them? Spirit, what advice do you have for the both of them? What advice do you have for the both of them? What advice do you have, Spirit, for the both of them? Thank you. So what do we got here? Well, the lover and the beloved. And please let my sound be recording, or I'll die. I can't even. I can't even. Please, let us pray. When you move beyond consciousness, you are caressed. Let us start that again. See, already messing up. Boy. When you move beyond consciousness, you caress the beloved. When you move into the unknown, beyond everything, the beloved caresses you. It is not enough to love me. I want you to allow me to love you. It is not enough to desire me, to want to be closer to me. I want to reach out to you and grab a hold of you, drawing you into me, and never letting you be apart from me again. There is so much more for us to experience, you and me, than simply gazing, even with love, at each other from a distance. Let me take you into my arms. Let me hold you until we cease to know or care where you and I once were. You and I, for instead, God damn it. For instead, we will be one. Will you allow it? Will you allow me? Will you allow us to be? Oh, sweet beloved, the divine, the great beloved has a passionate desire for you, to love you, to touch you, to make the divine presence known to you, so that you will cease to fear the darkness, take delight in all of life, and become mesmerized by the beauty of love in its endless emanations. But how we resist love at first. Oh yes, we have been burned before, have we not? Abandoned, betrayed, so painfully disappointed, cast aside, and have suffered at the hands of some unworthy lover. Can this great divine love affair be tarred with the same brush, with the same bitter expectations that keep the heart closed? You are too beautiful to be hidden away behind a bitter and gated heart. That is unworthy of you. So then, can you allow the great beloved to reach for you, to receive that sacred touch every day, to be spoken to with words of love, to receive? You who would give of yourself, can you recognize the beloved's wishes to give to you too? These need not be mutually exclusive happenings. Come now. Deep down, you know the genius of the divine is such that in being received, much is given. You shall not be selfish in letting yourself be seen and loved. Allow it, rejoice in it, take delight in allowing yourself to receive life, and let the world soak up that ardent glow of your sensual surrender into the great beloved's embrace. This oracle brings you a message. Something has to change in your physical world. You are in need of more sustenance, more love, more connection, and more nourishment that touches your body and soul and brings them into deeper oneness with each other, with life, with love. Dare you open up and allow that love in? The great beloved has desired that this be so. Will you heed that holy desire? Will you allow love in? Say yes. If you find this difficult, now is the time to gently, carefully tend to the walls you once placed between yourself and life, walls of tentativeness, excessive caution, fear of abandonment and betrayal, doubt of your own lovableness, and doubts based on past pain without substance. You are so much greater than these crumbling walls. They are the stuff that is designed for demolition, not devotion and honoring. Can you begin to unpack the bricks you mistakenly believed were essential to your safety and well-being? You are too vast a sea for that small puddle of thought now. The oceanic world of love is your true home, and the sun is beating down upon you. It is too hot to gaze at the ocean longingly from afar, or even stand by its edge. Strip off your layers, run to the ocean and dive in. This oracle brings you a special guidance. An offer or opportunity is on its way to you, or has recently been presented. It may be an idea you have been nurturing, or one presented to you by another person. Sit with it. Do you feel exhilaration? Do you feel energy at the thought of saying yes? Then say yes. Allow yourself to receive. There is divine encouragement in taking risks that feel wild and alive in your heart. This is a sacred honoring ritual. Place your hands in prayer and say, may the almighty divine love and my most beloved brother Rumi bless me with the ability to truly receive, in all ways, divine abundance and prosperity, being delivered to me now by the grace and mercy of the heavens. May I clear and heal any resistance to receiving life truly, that I may attain my divine destiny. Jesus. Maybe that was a sign from the universe. He was like, get your fart on. Get some air out. Get some air out of that windbag of yours and speak some truth. Oh, where are we? Oh, geez. May I clear and heal any resistance to receiving life truly, that I may attain my divine destiny and know and receive love truly in all its majesty. So be it. See? So even amongst my stumbles, even amongst the farting bike that came in at the right time, telling you to let out that wind, the winds of change are blowing. It's time for you to change. It's time for you to speak your truth. It's time for you to be healed and to stop keeping up those walls that have kept love out, that have kept you wearing a mask, that have kept you in codependent situations that were not based in love. It's time to let all that go, because the universe is giving you a gift. And they mention here about, are you going to miss out on an opportunity? That's what that Four of Cups is. I told you it's the person that's sitting under the tree, not acknowledging the gift, the cup that's being handed to them by the universe. They're missing it out. And that's what she feels like, that he's going to miss out because he hasn't, realized what gift this is, what valuable thing this is. And he hasn't changed. He's not willing to change because he's not expressing anything to her. And he's not expressing anything in his current situation either. He's still sitting in all his fears and all his worries and afraid to make moves. But it's time. It's time. It's time for a miracle, people. It's time for a miracle. So as I said in one of my other videos, it's time to get your hustle on, my brother. Because life awaits you. Love awaits you. Destiny awaits you. Healing and growth awaits you. Ascension awaits you. The only thing stopping that from you attaining the sun, from you attaining your beloved, your soulmate, is you taking off that mask and you letting go all of those things that have kept you stuck your whole life. And just think how freeing that will be. Just think how happy you'll be. You'll be able to breathe a sigh of relief. And on that note, before another Fatmobile goes by, I wish you well. I wish you healing. I wish you love and light. If you'd like a personal reading, please check the description box below for that information. Look out for a couple of new things coming your way. And we shall be back again for the weekend forecast tomorrow. And until then, take care.